It's a melting pot of so much different talent.
Yeah.
Oh man. And a clash of the seeds. Oh man. Yesterday's tournament was crazy when I was casting. It was
Which bracket was it?
It was Dill's little tournament. It was the Dilia's Dojo. Let me see it real quick.
Which one?
It's one of my friends' tournaments. Let me get the thing real quick. It was crazy because the one outcast, right?
Yeah.
Got sent to losers, and then
Didn't you win that bracket?
Yeah. Won.
That's always crazy to see.
So yeah, they were able to win six games in a row. 6 sets in a row, I should say. From losers to winners. Guy was on a tear. 60 king, oh lordy, I'm cooked. Let's turn on the toaster. Let's up it up.
Ooh. Alright, so I believe it's gonna be Pug playing Kragg and Jinx playing the Loxodont. Yeah.
There you go.
So again, we saw Loxodont to start off this stream. Now we're gonna have Kragg Lox. Again, Rivals Heavies tend to have some pretty good projectiles and some pretty big buttons, and of course, crazy damage output. These matchups are always very funny, and I feel like sort of Rivals 1 bias. There's only 2, like, you know, true super heavy big body characters right now, so who knows how this will hold up with time. But in Rivals 1, Kragg had a really good track record against the other big bodies. He arguably beat all of them, except for Kragg, of course. I'll just say that, ooh, huge ferret there, and low-key, I would say the same thing applies to Loxodont. No, not necessarily that stock showed off all of the reasons why. But yeah, I just feel like Kragg, despite being so slow, is surprisingly well-rounded compared to a lot of the other heavyweights. Oh my god.
I mean, that's the thing. On paper, he is slow, but when you're fighting against him, it doesn't feel like it. The only thing that seems to be slow is realizing, oh no, the Kragg is gaining on me. The lead is increasing over and over and over again, and the upstrung's still not enough to take it.
Yeah, the big thing is, like, he has, like, one of the best projectiles of any heavy, maybe in all of Plat Fighters, while also having, like, really fast, really good scrapping buttons, which is something Loxodont really sorely lacks. Loxodont cannot scrap. He can, like, he's, you know, purely focusing on outranging you and going for big grab stuff.
No!
And occasionally, crazy meatball snipes just like that.
Yes, was on the center of the pillar, so wasn't able to use the body to block out a little good old meatball, but fully magma, ready to go Loxodont. So plenty of options to try to get on there with this comeback. But look at the center stage control, and now you had to burn it with the eruption. All of a sudden, you're kind of scrambling to try to once again get it on there, and I think you definitely noticed for sure. But like when Kragg gets the lead, it was like short, sweet, and fast. When Loxodon's getting it, it's just like a slow burn.
Yeah, and I mean that's the thing is that Kragg does have the lead right now. So
nice.
Jinx is, you know, Jinx mentioning it, that stock, good old ledge hog right there. Nothing beats that. But we still have that down B coming. Here we go, getting to wall. Still in this game, but hanging on by a thread.
Yeah, and that thread could have been just cut right there if it was just a little bit later on the recovery. But no, Mousex forced to swing out. Huge situation, so a comeback could be in the works, but Kragg has so many consistent and creative ways to just shut it out, and what a good way to send that one home.
Yep, the shards into a follow-up rock right for you. Lox may be big, technically slightly heavier than Kragg, but it does not really feel like it sometimes.
Oh man. What a great showing of like the control. Like the fast burst options that Kragg can get, and as well as just how consistent you're able to kind of just finish stocks is really kind of a big showing. So the stages will be on there, some strikes happening. Oh, I mean, if you're Jinx, like what are you thinking of from a stage selection perspective?
For Jinx, that's interesting actually. part of Kragg being like a relatively well-rounded character
Oh.
is that I feel like he doesn't actually really have a bad stage. And the stages where Kragg could be considered maybe a little weaker, I would suspect Loxodont is also pretty weak there. So I think it's going to come down to mostly personal preference, and I'm guessing Jules Fail, I don't know, could be a personal preference, or maybe the fact that, again, it was taking the last stock could just make you think, why not run it back? Let's see if I actually did figure anything out as that game went on. And if the percents are anything to go off of, I think Jinx is starting to figure it out.
Yeah. We're actually seeing the pace of the game get slowed down as Jinx is just kind of going and sitting back trying to get whiff punishing moves. And it's seeming to work out, just punishing the constant aggression that Pugx was kind of going for. And once again, just threatening out with these interactions, real good stuff. And what a great way to send that one home. Oh.
Absolutely. I personally felt like Pug wasn't getting a ton of mileage off of like rock zoning on stage. A lot of it was just kind of being able to overrun Jinx. But now that Jinx is playing slower and focusing on the big strength Loxodont has in this matchup, which is going to be outranging Kragg, that might make it a little bit trickier. And Pug's really going to have to make sure that these punishes go as far as they can.
I agree. And at this point, when you're behind as well, you got to make everything count. And all of a sudden, just knowing that you have the lead, you're able to just kind of consistently play this one back, threatening out all of these options to scramble on the right side of the stage still. Some good play by both of them. And once again, we're seeing Jinx taking the seat back. If you have the lead, why risk anything?
Exactly. Like, it's one thing to do kind of the war of attrition when you're playing from behind and you need to catch up. It's another thing entirely when you have the lead and you have a lot more wiggle room to make those little mistakes.
Oh yeah, and it's one of those things, if the benefits of a heavy character, be able to just kind of take these trades and lay the beating down, and wow! Perfect DI! Staying alive, and not able to contest on that recovery, so once again, Loxodont finally was able to get shut down, but still, amazing control by Jinx, an entirely different scenario. It's the same stage, but the tempo has changed from game number 1.
That it has. Yeah, I wasn't sure at first, but you definitely see, like, the stage pretty average in a lot of its attributes, I believe. Which is going to work out fairly nicely here when you just kind of need a bit of space to make sure that Pug needs to work harder to get in on you. And this stage does provide that, especially if that platform is off to the side like this.
Oh yeah. That's the one big thing I forgot to, like, really think about. The platforms moving in kind of shows how bad an advantage or how good your disadvantage can be, trying to sell it and get yourself out. But what's way of putting that one home? Jinx, once again, the aggression is working out. So finally, this is the combo sequence we've been kind of looking for Kragg to finally be able to get, and wow, actually able to steal the ledge.
Yeah, crazy interaction right there. Wasn't entirely sure how that was going to go, but both players still hanging on to every stock they had. Oh boy.
Corruption. Thank goodness.
Yeah, those the one thing I will say about Jinx that I think is still happening in this game is I feel like they're being a little premature with some of these down Bs. But I don't know. They're certainly, like, not working in a lot of situations. It's just like that is such a valuable tool for Loxodont. And this is a matchup where it is extremely necessary.
Yeah, it's a literal difference between living and dying. Especially when you're so vulnerable to these interactions. But once again, the results have been speaking for themselves as Jinx is able to kind of stay alive, but Kragg is no stranger to making comebacks happen. That's kind of the nerve-wracking part about this.
Yeah, I mean, both these characters absolutely are. But we shall see who can pull it off better right now. Pug with the, is that 3 rock, 4 rock? Either way, things are definitely looking a lot harder for Jinx right now. Pug's at super kill percent, that meatball going high up and not hitting its mark.
Oh, that's a huge mistake. The missed parry. You're dead.
And that's exactly what I've been worried about this entire set. We haven't seen Pug doing it very much. But Loxodont is a character who really struggles to get past pillars off stage. And we did, Jinx did have the down B charge to, like, jump through that. That's something I was worried about, is like, okay, you have it, what happens if you get thrown right back off stage? And you don't have the magma charge.
It feels like it was my fault I was literally saying, oh, you got to be so careful. You know, look at this, the way that Kragg can able to make these comebacks happen, and then the percentage started hitting up, and I was like, oh no, what have I done?
You hate to see it. Alright though, let's see. So like, see the thing is, I think running it back once is cool, I definitely can vibe with that. Running it back twice, I think he might be a bit of a fool. Would love to be proven wrong right now, but Jinx really gonna have to put in that effort because we've seen how much Pug can clutch up here after that last game.
Oh, no parry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to see...
One big hurdle. Yeah, what would you like to see?
I do want to see some more of those parries from Jinx. There's been a lot of like shielding the down B and stuff.
Woo!
Ooh, okay. Oh no.
I was gonna scream if you had that perfect interaction and then Pug says thanks for the ledge. I'm going to ledge.
Right? Oh, that'd be evil. Also, we are seeing parries now from Jinx. It's almost like they have the stream open and are listening to me. Haha. I don't know if they actually do. That'd be kind of weird, but
Let me listen to this advice while I got comeback done and got
right?
my
Like, I don't know. Definitely feels like I'm being heard right now either way. And there you go. Okay, another, see, like, that's a slightly questionable down B in my eyes. Like, that does feel like prime time to just side me back. Take it easy. But either way. Oh, and yeah, okay. You're off stage. See, like, that's where you would have wanted to have the down B. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a tool, and you should be using it, but it's your saving grace. That's the biggest difference with Loxodont, and because you are so vulnerable. Without...
No. Unfortunate.
Oh man. And a good break as well.
Ooh,
that's gotta suck. You're like, oh, I got the parry, but missed it out.
I mean, it's good from Pug though. It's like a very kind of weird form of counterplay, but it's always been a thing for Kragg using that turnaround. Oh my god.
Nice, there we go.
Yep, and that is exactly what I wanted to see from Jinx right there. Just perfect adaptation to the adaptation. Because I really... Oh god. Yeah, unfortunate.
It was like, it sucked too, because Pugx was also like, I'm gonna slightly delay this, because I know I'll be able to get a little more of the reward. And it just kind of worked out in the favor. So Jinx, once again, that's kind of the hard part, especially when you're noticing this match. It feels like it's going Jinx's way until Pugx just is able to fish it out. And what a way to send that one home! Put him in the box like a goddamn package! Send him for 1 day shipping straight to the blast zone. Damn!
Yeah, that was actually just straight up paid premium for that one. Not gonna let this heck get away from him. And he still had a full stock to work with too. Like, even if that did mess up, Pug was fine. That's a crazy way to end that off. Like, I was gonna say, like, I've, you know, the pillar edge guards, I think, are a significant part of that matchup being bad. It came into play, like, once or twice, but those, ending off with the cargo throw confirms. You love to see it.
Jeez. I'm still, like, flabbergasted by the ending. Like...
Right?
That was not okay.
Yeah, Pug, I think quite happy walking away with that 3-0.
Yeah, and a day
we're going to be jumping over to our other winner semi-set now, which is going to be Bio and Elu.